Hey everyone, it's me. I'm back. I just got a few more pieces of advice for you. I want to go over today how you go about interviewing with brokerages and when you should start. First of all, let's go over when you should start interviewing for brokerages. If you want to launch your real estate career quickly after you get your license, then you really need to start halfway through the class. You could wait until the end of your classes and then maybe do a few interviews in between finishing your classes and taking the test. But I don't think you want to wait till afterwards because you need time to think about it. You need time to properly prepare and compare brokerages. I think every new agent should interview with at least 3 brokerages. I would love an opportunity, and so would Jackie, who is running the real estate school, if you decide to take the real estate school with her, would love to chat with you about Real Broker LLC and why, after 16 years of running my own brokerage, decided to align with Real Broker LLC and why I think it's the place to be in the next 10 years and why the real estate industry has changed so much and why it's going to be a leader in the industry and why it's growing by over 1,000 agents a month. I would love to have that opportunity to chat with you about that and why I think Real Broker LLC could be a good fit for you. But I also want you to go out there and interview other brokers. Why is it so important? It's important because you really need to understand the differences between brokerages. Otherwise, you're just kind of going in and you might have second thoughts. You might wonder, did I make the right decision? Should I have interviewed more brokerages? You don't want to have those regrets. And I want you to understand the differences between a Real Broker LLC and a more traditional brokerage model, or an independent model versus a company like Real Broker LLC. So I want to prepare you for that. I want you to interview with at least 3 brokerages, and I want you to be thinking about these things when you go to the interviews. I want you to be thinking about the questions you should be asking. First of all, and most importantly of all to you as a new licensee, is what is the training and coaching opportunities that you guys offer? You are going to need to learn a hell of a lot in the first year. Whether you jump on a team or you decide to become an individual within a brokerage, you need to know what mentoring, coaching, and training opportunities are available to you. It's way more important than split. Obviously, you want to ask questions like, what is the split? What are the fees? The things that go into pay models can be splits. What do you get and what does the brokerage get? It can be caps. A lot of companies like Real Broker LLC have a cap. And for instance, like Real Broker LLC starts every agent at 85% and with a $12,000 cap. Other companies don't do that. They start new agents out as low as 50%. Some of them I've heard start new agents as low as 40%. So you really want to understand, you do want to understand the splits and caps, but what is the coaching and mentoring opportunities and the training opportunities? That's extremely important for you as a new licensee. But then, okay, tell me more about the splits, the caps. Is there a transaction fee? Sometimes there's per transaction fees with companies. Is there any monthly fees? What else do I have to pay? I mean, for pretty much every company across the board, you're going to have to pay for your MLS and you're going to have to pay for your realtor board fees. Typically, those are $800 to $1,000 combined for the year. No matter what brokerage you go to, you're going to have to do that. Any reputable brokerage is going to be on the realtor board. So if you find a company that's not on the realtor board, I would start to question that. I would think about that closely because there's a lot of opportunities that come from being part of the realtor board that are going to be important to you in your first few years in the business. So ask those questions. Ask them about what other benefits your company might have. Do they have stock ownership? Do they give you stock when you reach certain milestones, or if you cap in the business? Are there opportunities to introduce other agents to the company and earn revenue share? These are some of the added benefits that made me want to choose Real Broker LLC and bring my entire team of 75 into Real Broker LLC in June 2022. But it's not everything. Those are the bonuses. But those bonuses can be huge. If in 5 years, Real Brokerage, which is REAX on the public stock market, if that does a 10x and you have accumulated some stock over the first couple of years from doing production and introducing agents to the company and maybe buying stock with a discount program that Real Broker offers, that could be worth a major amount of money in 5 to 10 years. So it's nothing to push aside and not think about, but your major decision factors should always be, as a new licensee, what are the opportunities for success within your brokerage? For me as a new licensee, what coaching, training, and mentoring opportunities are there? What lead opportunities are there? And how can you help me stand out and be successful as a new licensee and make sure I'm one of the 30% that survive and not one of the 70% that fails? Those are the most important questions of all. Split and cap are part of the decision, but a small part of the decision early on. Ideally, you want to settle in with a company that you could see staying with long term also. It's not fun to move. So make sure that not only is there a good opportunity for a new licensee, but as you grow, what are the opportunities for me in a higher production opportunity? You know, what are the splits as a higher producer? What are the stock opportunities? What are the other income streams that I can get? Things like revenue share for introducing other agents. As I become influential and attract other agents to the business and attract other people from other companies that want to work beside me. So those are all the questions that you need to ask. And you really need to just dive in, have your questions in line, and go into each brokerage and keep notes. Keep good notes on what they're offering. And then compare those and lean on a friend, lean on your family. Ask your significant other what they think. And then make a decision. You might have some second interviews that come because of that, or secondary conversations with someone like myself. If you're leaning towards Real Broker LLC, it's not just a one-step interview. Okay, I'm joining the process. You should have other questions that come, and you shouldn't be afraid to ask those questions. It's an important decision. It's the biggest decision of all of where you start your career. So I hope this was helpful. Book a call with us now. We'd love to chat with you about your real estate career. We'd love to get you in a class if you haven't already registered for a class. And at some point, we'd love to talk to you about Real Broker LLC. Have a great day.